Hi, my name is Marta and welcome to my channel Pop Paper Love. Here I share my insights from my twin flame journey, and today I wanted to tell you that I'm a bit sad, even though it might not seem like that when you see me at first. But I think my makeup covers it, but unfortunately I'm trying to solve some things in my life, and I feel like nothing is working. At this current moment, I'm trying to get my own place and move out to my parents' home, but I don't know how things are gonna work out. I just have to trust in God that He's gonna provide me what's the best for me. But my current situation is that I still live with my parents, and my apartment was affected by an earthquake. So it's now it's October, and in around 1 month we won't be able to live in my current apartment because we don't have the heating because it has been turned off by the, I don't know how to call it, but that provider who provides us with gas, because it's unsafe to live here. And I have some options, and that is I can move out to my grandma's, which is near my current apartment, but I would have to live there with my brother, with my grandma, with my mother. And I have the option of moving out to my family house that's around 40 minutes from my hometown with by a car ride, and I don't drive, so I'd have to travel with my dad since we work together. Uh, and that means that means complications because I would depend on my father for everything. What I was working on was I was trying to find an apartment of my own, and there are two options in that scenario. And these are, I can rent out an apartment and I can try to buy an apartment. And I was working on the second one. I wanted to buy an apartment. In my country, in Croatia, you can get a loan for the first home buyers, which is somehow, it's kind of a better option when you're a young person because the interest rate is not so high. However, I since you have to be uh, when you take up a loan, you have to prove your credit status. I don't know how to say it in English. And I think I wouldn't be able to get enough of the loan to buy an apartment. I wanted my I hoped that my parents are gonna help me out with it, but yeah, that didn't work out quite well. I actually talked with my coach, and she told me to write a love list for the ideal apartment I would like to live at. And I first struggled with writing that list because I thought I have to write it for a place where I would be living with my twin flame, and that's why I was thinking about bigger apartment, like a better neighborhood. But my coach told me to find an apartment that's suitable for me at this current moment, and I came up with a list of traits, of elements that I would like to have in my apartment. And I came up with list. I wanted to have a 60 square meter apartment with balcony, with one living room, with one bathroom, with bedroom. That's in the building that's not so old. That's in a neighborhood that's maybe 20 minutes far from my current neighborhood. Yeah, and actually, I was looking up for apartments for several months, and after I made this list, the first apartment that I saw on the Craigslist was the one that I visited. I actually liked that apartment, and since the moment I entered it, I felt like it would be a good place for me to live at. And I felt actually like home. And even the owner of the apartment was an older lady who told me that all the things I envisioned in that apartment, she felt the same about them as she was buying that apartment. So that was a good sign for me to proceed on that. However, yeah, there are many problems here because I talked, yeah, actually problems are of the financial circumstances. Since I don't earn enough money to be able to buy it on my own, I'm now in the process of having I will have an appointment with my personal banker in the current week, and we'll try to find some solution. But what I want to tell you about is that my brother studies business, and I wanted him to help me out to sort the financial plan for my apartment or for buying an apartment. So I agreed that we meet, my brother, my mother, and me, in one cafe near my current apartment. So we met, and I tried to tell them that I need some help in pursuing that plan. But it wasn't really, it didn't go well because yeah, my mother told me that no, it's not the right time to buy an apartment, that the apartment that I saw is too expensive, and that I should rent out first. And actually, I'm nearly 31 years old. I live in a country where people kind of get stuck in the loop of financial dependence on their parents. So it's not uncommon for us to live for a while with our parents, even though I moved out for a couple of times. I lived in Rijeka when I was studying, I lived in Bjelovar, I lived in Berlin in Germany. Those were the apartments that I rented out, and they were really nice apartments, and I felt really good there. But now I am at the point of my life when I feel I would be more comfortable in having something my own. Uh, but yes, I feel kind of stuck with all that financial stuff that's going on, so I don't know how to proceed. My coach told me to work more on my financial stability, to grow my business, to work on my coaching. But I feel it's gonna last so long to gain some like independence, more independence, and to have. I just feel so sad about it. I don't know how to proceed. So yeah. I would like to, if you can comment on my video, how did you work out with your living situation? What did you do in order to sort it out for yourself? I know in the Western world, young adults move out a bit sooner than we here in Europe do. I know that young adults in Spain, in Portugal, perhaps also in France or in the maybe southern countries move out of their family apartments a bit when they're a bit older. But I traveled once to the States. I was in San Francisco once, but I don't know much about their lifestyle apart from talking to my friends and my acquaintances, and I get the feeling that Americans move out pretty much sooner than we do here in Europe. So yeah, actually, let's get back to that meeting. I was there with my brother and mother in one cafe, and they were basically attacking me and my reasoning. And I started to feel so anxious and nervous I couldn't listen to them at all. So I got up and I picked my stuff and I just went out from the cafe, and I got back home. And when I got back home, I cried because I felt so lost and so stuck that I just don't know how things are gonna move from this point. Yes, I don't know. I just feel so lost. I always thought that would become an adult, things would be much more easier. I never thought of having so much obstacles, from surviving one severe illness to traveling a lot to different places where I had to gain my independence, like moving out to different places, to suffering an earthquake in my homeland, which made my apartment unsafe, to so many difficult stuff I encountered, and this is just like too much. So yeah, I don't know, maybe you have some words of encouragement. This is like my rant today, but maybe someone has the same situation, so it's gonna help him too. So yeah, of course, just thanks for watching. Yeah, bye.